What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back in to Savage Studios. Go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. So today I just basically want to cover a few things in regards to like why I dealt with certain things getting out the way I did. A lot of people will use past memories and traumatic events that they've been through to not go back to prison. And while I respect that and I do the same thing myself personally, I decided to hang on to a few, we'll call them mementos or whatnot, to just kind of remind me of the vibe, the energy, the whole feel of what I went through, where I came from, and why I don't want to go back. So, one item that I took with me from prison, it's kind of odd, and they kind of stink, but it's my PIAA prison shoes that they issue you. These are state issued shoes. Anyone who's been to prison gets these shoes. They're called PIAA shoes. And here they go. You see? Notice that? You see, when you do a lot of burpees and you do a lot of exercises and you do a lot of brown eagles, you get a lot of tears in the side of them, and you'll see a lot of black marks on the bottom. That's from going up and down, running in place. You see these shoes right here? Let me see if I can show you the PIAA sign. Look at this sole. Talk about good quality, right? PIAA, baby. The reason why I kept these shoes is because these shoes saw a lot of madness. These pair of shoes specifically saw a lot of madness, but also as well, I wanted to make sure that I understood and really could grasp the fact of walking as a prisoner, you know, conducting my everyday life as a prisoner and walking in those shoes, because now I walk in the shoes of a free man. And you know, thank God, you know, I'm happy to be blessed with a free life and have a kid on the way and have this family going and be healthy and just stay positive. I'm really grateful for that. However, these shoes, they humble me. Every time I look at these shoes, and I don't pull them out often, but when I do look at these shoes, they humble me. You know, they allow me to get into a frame of mind and just see that, you know what, I really don't want to go back, you know. And who wants to go back to prison? Nobody wants to go back to prison, you know. Living in prison, living on the streets, two different worlds. It's not just like, oh, I was in prison in a cage in the world. It's like, no, I was in a whole different world. I was on edge 24/7. There was never a sense of comfort or calmness or peace of mind. I didn't have that. So I hold on to these shoes because these shoes tell a story. These shoes tell a story for anybody else who's been in prison or who's done any type of time. You know the story that these shoes tell. It's a dark story. It's not the happiest of stories. But it's a story that taught many lessons. There's a reason why inmates, I've always told people that someone in prison can learn in 4 years what it would take the average person out here to acquire in, let's say, 10 years. 8 being generous. Why is it this way? I don't know why it's this way. Maybe it's because we live every single second of our life and they're strategizing. Maybe it's because we don't know whether or not we can fully relax to the point to where we're comfortable. We're gonna stay in the yard. We don't know what's going on with them. We don't know if a riot's gonna kick off. We don't know if one of our homies owes a drug debt over here. These people are mad about this. We don't know that. These shoes stay on. My shoes never came off. If I wasn't I took these shoes to the shower. I locked the bar door. Then I put my shower shoes on. These shoes stayed on. Gladiators used to go into battle with their sword, their shield, their helmet. Sometimes in these level 4 pins, we go to war with our shoes, our boxers, and a knife. And sometimes that's the way it was. On a lighter note, the day I paroled, my mother pulled off at a gas station, right? This was literally about 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes away from the prison. She pulls over and she tells me, son, do not get out of the car. I will be right back. I have not been free for 10 years. I have not smelled fresh air. I have not heard these vehicles. I haven't heard traffic. And by this gas station, there happened to be this bridge. And on this bridge was cars, trucks, and everything. So I got out. I had to poke my nose out, and I got out, and you know, I was like a dog. I was like a wolf out there. I was smelling the air, the free air. So I look at this beautiful tree beautiful. And I walk over to this tree, and it's in that moment that I realize I haven't touched a tree in 10 years. I haven't plucked a leaf in 10 years. So I went and I plucked this leaf, guys. It's kind of stale. It's kind of really like I don't want to bend it. I got out May 9th of last year. I've been out for a little bit over a year now, and this leaf has been with me. I tape it to my wall as a reminder of my gratitude. I knew very close homies of mine. Some of them were very close. Some of them were just my neighbor or the guy down the way that have lost their life in prison due to drug overdose, murder, suicide, you name it. I've had it happen to people that I've known. I can never express to their families the kind of remorse that I feel. And I can never understand how it feels to lose somebody while incarcerated. But I know the feeling I had when I was released and I tasted freedom. To know that my family was going to have me back and I was going to have my family back. So I plucked this leaf right here, guys. I plucked this leaf right here and I taped it on my wall, and it's still taped on my wall. And it hasn't died. It hasn't even crumbled apart. I don't put water on this. I don't do nothing. This leaf, I want to get it laminated and I want to put it in a frame because this leaf means a lot to me. The tree of life gave me another chance at freedom, and I basically just wanted to make this video real quick just to share this with you guys and let you know, although I'm out of prison and I share these little war stories and whatnot, I'm a very in-depth individual, and prison made me that way. Prison allowed me to see things from a whole nother complex, a whole nother perspective. My lens is very detailed, and I really like to overanalyze why I made the decisions I made and how I felt after the consequences were bestowed upon me. So I'm happy I shared this with you. I'm happy I showed you this. I showed you my shoes. I wear these because although I'm a changed man, I'm still the gladiator who wore these shoes. I'm still that man. And if I had to go back to prison, I could still be that man. But this right here, it's about me never going back. It's about me trying to reach people so they don't ever go in. Because homie, that life ain't nothing. It ain't, a reputation don't mean nothing. Homies don't mean nothing. People turn on each other like this. The only people who matter is your family, your mother, your kids. That's it. So, ain't nobody standing on no soapbox trying to preach to you about this or that. Do what the fuck you want to do. Do what you want to do. It's your bed, you lay in it. I'm letting you know, I've been through my fair share of shit. Jumped, stabbed, all that. I know what it's like. I done had homies turn on me, smile in my face like we're good. You gotta remember, the closest one to be the first one to stick you in the back. Everybody wants to bang loud and proud and this and that, homie. But I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody loves you like your family does. Nobody loves you like your mother does. But they all gonna tell you that. So in my soul, I still wear these prison shoes. This right here is tattooed on my heart, and I do plan to get this tattooed on my skin somewhere. Just the outline of it. Just get it tattooed somewhere, Hopefully this ain't the Canada leaf or the maple leaf. They gonna think I'm from Canada, but I appreciate you guys letting me share this with you. It's just a little piece of positivity. I got more videos coming out, and yes, I will share war stories. But at the end of the day, my message ain't to glorify nothing. It's not to get on here and say, oh, if you're my enemy, you're no good, or if you're my enemy, it's on sight. Dude, you're a lame. If you're taking this platform and you're doing something like that, you a lame. Straight up. End of story, you a lame, bro. I'm changing my ways. I'm trying to change ways of youth. Because I remember when I was a kid, I actually got a chance to talk to Big D from San Fernando. And he was a big homie who had went Christian. And he actually came to see me in placement, foster home, in Van Nuys. And I just really wish at that age I would have listened to him, because I respected him. You had no choice but to respect this man. He had that look in his eye. You were going to listen to him. But it went in one ear and out the other. And I really wish at this point in time I would have listened to him. So who knows? If anybody's watching my channel and wants to listen to anything I gotta say, just let it be. Do not get incarcerated. Don't take penitentiary chances. Don't take county jail chances. Don't even take juvenile hall chances. Cherish your life. Cherish your freedom. You don't want to be showering next to men and seeing butt naked ass cheeks of men. You don't want to be going through that. I love my wife. I love making love to my wife. I love the fact that we have a son on the way. I love the fact that all my friends who are out here are authentic people with no angle and no type of hidden agenda. I love this life. You don't want that life. And you may think you're cut out for it, but you're not cut out for that life. I promise you, if you ain't been there, you don't want to go there. It's not a matter of being hard or being tough. That shit is for the birds. I ain't hard. I ain't tough. That's it. I'm not even going to add anything on top of that. All right, we'll leave that be, okay? I'm just a family man. I'm on this YouTube trying to spread a positive message. I hope it sinks in with you guys. Either way, God bless. Just wanted to share this with you. Stay up. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Comment. You know the deal. Until then, doses.